Hello everybody, good morning and happy Friday. So today I'm right now at Leslie's to get my pool water sampled and taken care of. We try to do that twice a week. Sorry, I just dropped my keys. We try to do that twice a week so that so that we can keep our pool chemicals in balance. We had our water get some algae in it, which apparently everybody's having that issue right now. I think just heat's been so crazy, it's burning the chlorine off so fast. And we had to go almost a week without swimming. Of course, we were able to get back in yesterday, so I am so sunburned. But I have not done a video for you guys in a few, and that's because I have been crazy busy. But we have some really big stuff happening on Sunday that I cannot wait to share with you guys. I'm not giving any hints. We will just share that with you guys on Sunday. And then after that, I'm going to try to get back to my day in the life type videos that I used to do, where I can share with you, kind of what we're having throughout the day to eat and recipes and just what's going on. I'm sitting here with my feet are wet because I've been out watering and doing all my morning chores. My morning chores take me probably about 2 hours every morning. It's 10 o'clock now. And I start going outside about 7 to 7:30 in the morning. And, when I had to drive, it takes a half hour to get here to Leslie's. So that's what's going on. But real quick, I wanted to talk to you for just a second because Charles has been recording what he's been doing throughout the week. So I'm going to share that with you right after I talk to you about this. But the times are so scary right now, and everybody's talking about stock up. So I thought I would just share with you guys real quick, because when I leave here I will go by Aldi. So I thought that that's a good time to just kind of share with you guys what we are actually stocking up on. And for us, we are stocking up, number one, on animal stuff. They say that it's going to be hard to find some of this animal stuff, chicken feed, that kind of stuff. So we did buy some great big barrels that we can store chicken feed in. We're going to try and get as much chicken feed as we can so that we've got those taken care of. Dog food, cat food, all the animal stuff. We're definitely trying to stock up on that. That's one of our number one. And then mostly grocery wise, we are trying to stock up on flour and sugar. Flour and sugar, because you can make so many things with flour and sugar. I'm cooking from scratch. We have an endless supply of eggs coming in, so there's just so much we can make. And some baking soda and baking powder and salt, a lot of salt, because you also need salt and sugar for canning. So we've got lots of salt and sugar stocked up, flour. Peanut butter is a huge one because our family is huge peanut butter eaters. That is something that we could probably live on peanut butter at our house. So a lot of peanut butter we're stocking up on. And then cooking oil and popcorn, because popcorn is something that it can stretch food out, because popcorn is cheap and it's a fun snack. Everybody loves it and it's filling. So it can also just kind of stretch in between meals and things like that. So we definitely are stocking up on popcorn as well. Rice and oatmeal. Those are some other major things that we are trying to stock up on. We were fortunate enough to be getting a pig from a friend that should be going in and getting picked up. We should be able to pick it up from the butcher in mid-August. So we will have a whole pig in our freezer, which will be great, and we'll get lard and stuff from that, which is also great for baking. Then we're trying to think more long-term, so we bought our chickens that are multi-purpose, which we still have another 8 months before we're going to be able to harvest any of those chickens. But then it will be a replenishing thing. We won't have to buy meat chickens or anything like that. It'll just be keep on replenishing. That's kind of what we're trying to do, is to get it so that things are replenishing. So when we do buy pigs, we want to get breeder pigs, Kuni breeder pigs. And that will be, a while before then we can get those. So having a friend give us this is very helpful, because now we can have meat in our freezer as well. Something else that I'm trying to stock up on some is bouillon. and beans, dried beans, because you can take bouillon and make something taste tasty with bouillon and rice and beans, and it just adds so much flavor. The other thing is soy sauce, because soy sauce has a whole lot of flavor, takes just a very little bit, and it completely transforms vegetables and all. It just is wonderful. And then we're also trying to stock up on seeds, because in gardening supplies, in case there is a shortage, which there has been talk there might be a shortage of that next year. So trying to stock up on the seeds and supplies is definitely, I think, very important, as we're going to try and grow as much as we can next year. Also along that same line is spices. So trying to definitely stock up on spices. Again, it will just make things taste good. As far as stocking up on noodles and stuff like that, I'm not. I'm stocking up, like I said, more on flour, because with flour and egg, I can make noodles. And with flour and water, I can make bread. So yeast is another thing to stock up on, or learn how to make a sourdough starter, which I have done. And my sourdough starter is almost 2 weeks old, and I will start using that as soon as the weather cools off some. I've bought everything I need to make some sourdough bread, but then you don't need yeast from the store. So that's another thing, and it was very easy to make. I definitely would encourage people to try to make that themselves. I know yeast was hard to find at the beginning of the pandemic, and this is why you don't need to have yeast. The other thing we are trying to stock up on right now, because our garden is not providing enough for us for like a year's worth of food yet, we are stocking up on canned fruits and veggies. That way we can have veggies. I prefer frozen or fresh. Canned is my least favorite in veggies, and fruits, but they are cheaper and they last for a really long time. So that is something else that we are stocking up on. Another thing that's good to stock up on, if you're able to, is things like batteries, duct tape, that type of stuff. We are also trying to make sure that we have tarps, greenhouse plastic, things that we're going to need around the farm, just because we don't know what we're going to be able to find or not. I know when we were there looking, the salt licks are like disappearing, so I don't know if people are stocking up on that or not. It said hay and straw is going to be harder to find. These are just things that, one, the price is going to go sky high, or it's just going to be hard to find. So we are trying to stock up on all of that type of stuff. And last but not least, we are also trying to stock up on some medications. So just things like Motrin and first aid stuff like Band-Aids and like Neosporin, that type of stuff. That way we have that as well if those get harder to find. Just the basics, not anything crazy, just the basics. And that's pretty much everything we have been working on, trying to just kind of stock up and have in our house. Maybe that helps some of you. I hope it does. It gives you some ideas. Let us know down below what you guys are stocking up on, because maybe that'll help give us some ideas. And I'm going to show you guys though what Charles has been up to, because I need to get into Leslie's and get this pool stuff done. So I will show you guys what Charles has been up to while I do that, and then I run into Aldi, and then I'll see you guys back at home.
So I am working on a container with hopes that I could make a portable waterer, because we do have some areas where, watering the trees and that really is not that easy to drag a hose to. So I've got one of these 55-gallon barrels that I was able to put an adapter on. I'll show you that here in a second, for hose, and it works, but it is dripping around the main seal. So I'm probably going to have to disassemble it and fix that. But let me show you what I've been working on here. And I actually, in full transparency, I actually recorded all of this, and I didn't realize I hadn't reformatted the card before I put it back in the camera. So yeah, you don't get to see any of that. But here is what I'm working on. So this actually is a food grade barrel. It had strawberry flavor in it, so it smells really good. But I'm just going to use this for watering plants and such. So I've already cleaned it out again, even though they said they did. I cleaned it out. And what I basically done is on one of the caps here, it was threaded to accept part of a hose end. So I took a small section of hose that I had to repair and made myself like a little dongle to put on it, so I have some flexibility. There you go. And then I put a shutoff valve on it, and so I haven't really tested this yet, but I'm assuming this works if I were to... Yeah, so see, I can get water. Barrel's not very full, but I have water. And you know what? For doing trees or something like that, that will be fine. And I'll have much more pressure when this barrel actually has enough water in it. Right now, the water level obviously is just probably up right about here in the barrel. So there's always going to be some of this I probably can't use unless I tip the barrel up. And I'll look at that. Maybe I'll make a little cart for it that tilts it downward. But right now I got to fix, because we are dripping. And I can't really tell where, but I put this cap on super tight. And I'm dripping right in here. So what I'll probably have to do is stand this up. Which, it's heavy now. But I will stand this up. And even though there's a rubber gasket under here for a seal, it's apparently not working. So I'm going to go ahead and probably put some thread tape around this as well. And then check that seal to make sure it's actually on there all the way. But to do that, I got to take this back off, I think. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. So I'm actually going to let this drain a little bit because it is heavy. And I don't want to try to lift that up into my wagon. So I'm going to let that drain, and I'm going to move on to something different while that's doing its thing. We did go by today and get cattle panel for the trellis at the blackberries and tomatoes. Kate is pulling around some stakes right now, some T-posts. I need to go get, let me see here, what do I need? Yeah, I'm going to need to grab some gloves. And then I'm going to grab, so I'm going to need to grab some gloves, and I got those sitting over here, so I'm going to grab those. And let's see here, what else do I need? I guess I got to go back to the barn because I'm going to need the T-post driver. So we'll go get those in the ground. And I think what I'll do is grab a couple of quick nylon zip ties just to hold the panels up. Kate's going to help me with that here in a minute. And Theo is going to be my little helper, I hope, to make sure the blackberries don't get pinned inside of the panel. So I got to grab some zip ties, and then I'll use like an aluminum tie that I have, or a stainless steel tie, to hold those on permanent, because I don't expect the zip ties will last forever. So, and once I do those, I don't want to have to go back and fix them if they break.
I know how the wheel.
You guys aren't supposed to be out either. What was that? You got something to say?
That was a crow.
Oh, it was an attempt at a crow. Now for you.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way.
So the question is, are you ever too old for a radio flyer wagon? I don't think so.
Okay, so I am back from the store, and I thought I would share with you guys what I got real quick, because I was stocking up a little bit, and this is what I'm just trying to do, is just try little by little to stock things up the best I can. Sorry, I know I look so red. I am so burnt. But here's a look real quick and what I spent at Aldi. The shelves at Aldi were definitely getting more empty. No doubt on that. So here is what I was able to find and what I got. All right, so I'll just kind of start over here. I got some peanut butter, 4 jars of peanut butter. I did get mustard. The word out is that mustard is going to be in short supply soon. So I want to make sure that we just have plenty. I got some seasoning salt, again with spices. Talking about spices, that is wonderful. I did get some more cooking oil. That was almost $5 for that one little container. Some pickles, because Ronnie and Theo absolutely love pickles, so I tried to have that stocked up, which I had forgotten to mention to you guys. Some more ketchup. I got 2 of those. 1 mayonnaise. Some A1 sauce, because I have a few of my kids absolutely love A1 sauce, and we don't have any down in storage. A Parmesan cheese. 2 olives, and that is because I have a couple kids that absolutely love olives as well. 4 cans of crushed tomatoes, 6 cans of tomato sauce, 6 cans of tomato paste. Hopefully next year that will all be my own tomatoes. Our tomato crop is not doing so great this year, so I know I won't have enough, so I definitely needed to stock some up. Back here is a tub of ice cream. That's because Ronnie's birthday is tomorrow and we needed ice cream. I did get some chicken broth. I told you I'm stocking up on chicken bouillon, but then I also wanted to just have some broth ready until my chickens are ready for me to start making my own broth and can it. I got 4 unsweetened baking cocoa, and that's because I want to make sure that I have stuff to make something chocolate for when we're all craving something sweet or something chocolatey. I can make brownies or double chocolate muffins or something very simply just by having the cocoa powder here. You can also just throw it into smoothies and make a chocolate smoothie. I also got 4 syrups to go with all those pancakes and things that we'll be making. I want to make sure that we had some syrup. Dijon mustard. I like Dijon mustard for making my own mayonnaise, and just it gives a different taste, so I like that as well. And then I did get some chicken nuggets. This is for Theo because he is just on a that's what he wants to eat kick. And a big thing of cheese here, and that is for when we have like egg and cheese biscuits, but also I use that a lot with the dog, and when I cook her up a bunch of eggs, she likes to have cheese on it as well. So that's what I got. And the cost for that was $88.15. So that was my small stock up haul. And I'm gonna go on and end it here. They'll wrap it up. You guys are caught up to everything that's going on here. You saw what all Charles has been up to. And I can't wait to see you guys Sunday or Monday. Bye everybody. Thank you and have a great day or night wherever you are.